And hello to all my friends. I'd like to welcome you to your Quadrants video 2024. So this is divination for an entire year. We're going to be looking through different topics, subjects, and themes to see when is the best time for you to plan and prepare things for your year. This is the only divination that I do for a year out at a time. So what is a quadrant? Well, a quadrant is a piece of the pie of the year. The little graphic illustration I have on your screen is probably the best visual I can give you. It's pretty self-explanatory. Quadrant 1 is going to be talking about January, February, and March. Quadrant 2 is going to be talking about April, May, and June. Quadrant 3, July, August, and September. And then Quadrant 4 will be wrapping up with October, November, and December. Which quadrant has what in store for you? Well, we're about to find out. This is the best tool available for you to plan and prepare. Today, this is being done as a general reading for your entire sign, but if you're looking for messages that are personal, private, and specific only to you, I do offer quadrants as a personal audio product on the website scottsagent.com, available January only. I've found that the best way to utilize quadrants is to watch the entire thing at the beginning of the year, and then after the first quadrant ends, March going into April, I come back, watch quadrants again, look at what happened in one, and reflect back on it because you just lived it. And then look ahead to what quadrant 2 is so it's fresh in your mind. And then do the same thing at the end of 2 going into 3. I'll come up and do a little fresh reminder again on that. And then same thing at the end of 3 going into 4. See how 3 just played out. See what's coming in 4. That's the best way so you can plan and prepare so it's fresh in your mind. All of the card work has already been done. I've taken a bunch of notes for every single quadrant for you. So let's get started. Okay, here we go. Scorpio, Quadrants 2024, guys. Looking ahead here, it looks like your year gets very busy at the very beginning, and it actually calms down as you go. For a lot of Scorpios, that is the deal. Let's talk about why and what these moving parts really are. The theme for Quadrant 1, which is January, February, and March, is repeating challenges from the past that are coming back up again, regurgitated. You know, this is stuff you don't necessarily like dealing with, but that is the theme, is that you just got to deal with these things that keep coming up so they don't come up anymore. Okay, just put it to bed, put it to rest finally. Now let's get into the details. Pretty big work ping comes in for Scorpio here. Work is a big corner of your life. I'm not going to get into the details in this reading today here, but what they talk about here is co-create, and there's stagnated energy in here. So despite the fact that there's not a lot of movement here, they still want you to build something with somebody else here. This is you and somebody else. That's what co-create means. Maybe it's you and another entity and not actually a person. Depends on like kind of what you do for work for the JOB in this corner here and whatnot. So they talk about really creating something wonderful with somebody else in the work corner. We have a ping coming in here for love, talking about authority with money. It's a very interesting message to come in because it's not just love, it's also financial ties in there too. So it makes me feel like, you know, more family related, or, you know, a close friend, you know, who needs money help, something like that. And authority with money means like you got to make a big decision here if you're going to help out or not. You know, this comes back to you essentially, and it's authority with money, but it's with somebody that you care about. So that is always a very difficult decision. Health ping, big one here for sketchy view, faded. Okay, so not everything in health is going to be very clear right here. There's going to be a lot of mystery, a lot of stuff that you don't have all the facts about, something like that. For some of you, obviously in a general reading, it's not going to hit everybody the same. That is why you need a personal private reading to get information that is only about you and not all of your Scorpio friends, right? But they talk about a sketchy view here. So this is just like a lot of you aren't sure about certain things. And I don't want to make it sound like it's a bad thing, because it's probably just a few people here who develop something weird and they're like, yeah, I don't really know about this. I didn't feel that way before. And now I'm getting these headaches, you know, all of a sudden. Or now I'm noticing that, you know, my sinuses are always junked up, or whatever it is for you here. So what they talk about with faded, though, is that this is more like momentum. It is not about like anything you did to yourself. Okay, so it's not like maybe it's genetic. That would be one example, I guess, of this. It's not like, you know, it became this way because you're a lifelong smoker, or it became this way because you went to that concert and you didn't want to be around that much germs, or, you know, whatever version of this it is here. So anyway, this category here, this quadrant will fade, and it's just letting you know that it's just the way it's supposed to be. But that doesn't mean that like you like it that way, right? And it doesn't mean that not having all the full information is never easy because you just don't know what to do with it yet. And if you don't know, I always say don't do anything. So just observe, take notes, be analytical, that kind of stuff. Vacation relaxation pings as an event delay or paid up early. It's like you paying early for a vacation that is later, putting money in the bank or putting it aside, I guess, for a vacation, a rainy day, something that is going to bring you relaxation, something like that. Now, event delay, which I talked about, an event is something fun. It's out of the ordinary, coming up in quadrant 1. It's coming up as a delay, as something like, I'm assuming maybe the later part of this here. That would be one version of this card giving us timing that this is like after Valentine's Day or maybe March of when this event comes in that you guys are attending or going to. An event is just something out of the ordinary. Maybe it's a wedding, maybe it's a party, gathering of some form, something like that. And a delay could also mean further than that too, like out of the quadrant. But you hear about it in quadrant 1. Q1, we also have a go for it and take risks ping with another person. Okay, so this is coming in pretty good here for I guess my singles who need to kind of put themselves out there a little bit, Scorpio. It's a good time for you guys to take risks here. This is a good love corner thing because it's my 2 of cups. It's like 2 people kind of embracing each other here. So good love opportunities there for my singles if you take those risks. Safe and conservative, they talk about just specifically with money. So Scorpios just need to be a little cautious about what they're doing with their money. That, we talked about that love authority push too here with money. The family member, something like that with money. Keep in mind that could also be pets. Pets are close to our heart. Sometimes they need surgery. Sometimes they need procedures, dental cleanings, the whole thing. So safe and conservative with your money. Be cautious about it. Doesn't mean don't spend any of it. It just means be smart. So there you go. That's quadrant 1. Very busy one. Quadrant 2. The theme of quadrant 2 is joy. It looks great and it looks dreamy. That's what I wrote down. That is the theme. So what a great way to start. That sounds excellent. All right, we got a work ping coming in here, Scorpio. We got warm and fuzzy, welcoming. This is probably the best work quadrant Scorpio is going to have. Any kind of stuff you need to do for work moves, leaving a job, getting a new job, getting a promotion, redoing your resume, whatever level of work corner type of stuff, it's going to fit best for Scorpio, more than likely in Q2, which is April, May, June. Love ping here, new love. It's actually the best time for new love, guys. This is the best ping for it. So Scorpio singles, I know we talked about some good stuff in Q1, but Q2 is the best. It is the prominent, it is Team Alpha all the way. Here we go. We got money ping, financial ping coming in. And hold on. Let me go back. My marrieds, my coupled up Scorpios who are in long relationships, all that stuff. It's still the same definition of new love, okay? And it's still the best time for it. So the family's going to be excellent. Everybody's going to be getting along. The drama's going to be hopefully pretty calm. That kind of thing. So you can see the definition works both ways. So that money ping I just kind of hinted at, they show an upside down king. For me, that means lacking authority here with money. So just like in quadrant 1, they talked about how important it was for you to be authoritative with it, be firm. Here they're saying you have a tendency to not be that way, and that could lead into problems. So, be careful of that. That's a little weakness coming in there that we want you to avoid. It's probably also why you need to come back and check out these readings when they are occurring. Before quadrant 2 starts, you're not probably going to remember this. If you're viewing this reading in January, you're not going to remember this here as we enter April. So this is a good time to come back and be reminded like, oh yeah, I need to be firm here. I might want to help people too much here. That kind of thing. And you never know that if you never came back to the reading again. Busy, productive. We got a big one here coming in for manifest it all. Don't forget to rest though. So it's going to be a busy quadrant for Scorpios. Busy, busy, busy. Go for and risks, also busy. Also big ping. So you can see not just busy and productive, but risks. It's kind of very similar vibes, similar energy, but still like different sectors of what they define. And it says things breaking open that previously held you down. And that's why you want to go for these things, okay? Go for it, take risks. It'll pay off very nicely. So you can see that joy, the great and dreamy quadrant 2. Let's move into quadrant 3. Things starting to calm down now, breaking from the busy. The theme is nurturing the family in quadrant 3. Quadrant 3 is July, August, and September. We have a ping coming in for an influx of money ping here. Opportunity, influx opportunity, I should say. Not influx for everybody. Of course, not in a general reading. It's going to hit everybody a little different. You Scorpios are all different. Even though there are common themes that are going to touch you all, you're all different, have different moving parts, different circumstances in your lives. Of course, that's why you need a personal private reading to get into the nitty-gritty of all those details. But an influx of money opportunity is going to be on the horizon for some Scorpios here in Q3. Hope it's you. It sounds great. And they're basically saying when that happens, there's no need to save. So even better. We have a Q3 ping coming in for a vacation relaxation. This is your second one of those. They talk about with new money. So with that new money brings this. Or, moving money for that reason that we talked about early in the year. They talk about new places, though. This is important for Scorpio to go to somewhere they've never been before. It's like, you always go to this beach every year. This is not that, okay? This is something where you've never been before, a new adventure. Safe and conservative. They talk about safe and conservative with the kids, okay? So no risks with the kids, the family corner so much. That's how we wrap up Q3. Quadrant 4, guys, the way to wrap up your year in power and in strength. Quadrant 4 is October, November, and December. They bring in that the theme is about family authority here. So there's a lot of that going on your entire year, Scorpio. Being firm with your group, your tribe, your family, those close to your heart. It's a deal. They didn't talk about it in 3, but that was the only quadrant that they did not. Every single one they talked about being firm with stuff. Here we have a ping coming in for money talking about family action. So this is probably action for the family or moving money around or buying things for the family that are good or that are needed or necessities. It's coming in good. So good money movement possibilities there. And maybe you have an abundance from 3, right? Something like that to use. Health ping, we got not you, but somebody close to you here. And they talk about how they need to do this by the book. It's a karmic situation. So this is not you directly, but it's somebody that is very close to your heart that is experiencing something with health here. And the reason that's coming up here is, I guess, so you can kind of help them or advise them that the treatment procedure or however they go about this needs to be very traditional. This is not like a new age medicine type of deal. This is like doctor's orders. This is very, very traditional. We bring in next a ping here for busy and productive. Big one for flexible with the new journeys. So there is, even though it's less information, there is still some busy activity here with your new endeavors. And if you don't have any new endeavors, then you're probably not busy because that's kind of what they show. But if you do have new stuff, that is the thing that you're going to be busy with, these new journeys. The last ping that we talk about here is being safe and conservative with your choices and your options, because more than likely you're going to have a lot of them, and they're not all going to be good, right? So some of these are some bad choices and options. Therefore, you need to use discernment. You need to just take your time with decisions in Q4. Be very smart, calculated, thought out, because you have so many different choices which lead to different options, different paths, and the whole bit. So you just want to make sure you're making good choices there. And having a lot of information is the best way for us to make good choices in our lives. And what better way as we wrap up Quadrant 4 to tell you or to basically re-implement the fact that you can see how you can use this information to make great choices, because now you have divine timing. You can see how things move in and out and the best opportunities for certain things in your lives depending on what you, Scorpio, are trying to do for your 2024. This is just a little extra ammunition to get you there, and I hope you all spoil yourselves with a personal private reading of Quadrants. It is available January only, guys. ScottSagent.com. Scorpio, I hope you have an excellent 2024. I know you will.
I guess the fortune teller's right.